Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien on the morning of Thursday, March 9th, 2023. Stand by for commentary. Well, today's commentary is why humanity became extinct. And I know it's recent, it's only been less than one of your years since my recollection of humanity's extinction is. And like I said, I still have 300,000 of yours on my ship that I'm returning back to Earth as soon as I finish this mistake here with this, it's a thing that occupies space, and us spacefaring people know about little odds and ends that you cannot avoid. You've lived through them, and one of these is what, in your language, we would translate to white matter, which means you pass through it. And in my case, I was thrown to your Earth back to 1970, or almost 100 years before 2065. And I'm from 2066, so, well, your time anyway. You don't exist anymore in 2066, by the way. And I was here when they were destroying you, but you didn't show any signs of being a good society. And unlike the movies that you make, and you made some good ones here. You made movies where the aliens say that you are dangerous and you got to be destroyed. Now, that's not the way to look at it. That's arbitrarily making you. The thing is to modify you and make you better, or just watch you destroy yourselves and not interfering in your destruction. And that's what we did. We just sat back there. We knew the Mushka were there. They knew we were there. And they sent a message. You're not going to defend these? And we said no. Like I said, we were defended by a non-humanoid race. Otherwise, we'd have been wiped out like you guys. They saw potential in us. And they say it's tough to interfere in other people's affairs. Something you Americans don't seem to care about. You go and interfere in any other people's affairs. You're doing it in Ukraine. Is it tough to watch people die? Yes. But why are they dying? You ever thought of that? Why did you become extinct? Well, you never knew. I can tell you the reason you became extinct. You don't even have a core to call your own. Your family unit's not even a core anymore. And you got to start with that. Your ancestors, heck, you wouldn't throw everything away. You wouldn't control everything. Imagine if you find a civilization here, like this one movie that you see out there, where it's called Moontrap, okay? And they find this object that's been around, what did they say, 14,000 years? Yeah, well, probably earlier than that. But anyway, this couple discovers the true meaning of the object. And the people that control Earth get together, and everybody that they don't like, they kill. And what they told the bad guy is, oh, you're killing them, but we need to know the science of what the technology before us was. And they said, no, we don't. If we can't control it, it's no use to us. And that is why you Americans, especially the American government, the Russians and the Chinese, who want to control everything. You cannot control society. You can help it along and guide it, but you cannot control it. You United Americans here can't even control your own society. Heck, you're giving money over to the Ukrainians, you're giving money to every Peter and Paul and Dick and Harry, for whatever reason, oh yeah, they need money to survive. Really? That's money to exist, not survive. Yet, look at the people in your country. You're bringing people in here, and you're making enclaves on your own country. They don't understand your system. You don't understand them. Yet you're bringing them here because they're going to get killed over there. Eventually, they're going to get killed here. And recently, you had those four African Americans that went from North Carolina to Mexico, Matamoros. They should know that town is so dangerous, it's not even funny. But because the health care is better there or cheaper, or I can get more health care than I can here in the U.S., well, you're down to 57th on health care here, Americans. Really? And you can go to countries like my host, Mr. DeGracia here, Panama. They got a better system of health care than you do here. It won't cost you as much. The doctors are more caring. Heck, like I said, I spent a week in the hospital last week. And I can tell you, your care system there sucks. I didn't have to pay a dime because I got Medicaid and Medicare. But other than that, as far as a human being, if I were here, I would say your system sucks. Big time. And there's no repair in sight. So it's going to get worse. Your political system sucks. Your humane system sucks. Heck, you might as well bring back Dr. Joseph Guillotine and his guillotine back. And have public executions like the Directory had in 1789 to 95. Heck, the French, even the last execution by guillotine was 1977. Tells you how recent that was, huh? That sucks too. Your governing system, you don't have one. So what do you look forward to, humans, especially Americans? Extinction. Look at the program that you got right now on Sci-Fi. The Ark. You got a ship that's got to find itself before it can save itself. And they're having a hard time finding themselves. How to develop a human society on a ship and make it go forward when they finally find their host planet. And what is that other ship they just found? We'll know next week. Is that it's another Ark. According to them in the story this week, they have 5 Arks that they send out. And this Ark here is Ark number 1. So they're the first one, I guess. And it's Ark number 3. I don't know, I forgot the number, maybe. But in this Ark, and they got a character there, Trust. It's kind of a Musk character. Can you imagine if you have Elon Musk? Why would you want him to be frozen in your ship? Sure, he built the ship. Sure, Elon Musk has done good stuff with his SpaceX stuff. But him himself is a disaster. Would you really want him to be part of your human society? Really? You learn from your mistakes. You don't take him to proliferate it, do you? Well, I guess you do. This is something you have to decide, Americans. And you got less than 43 years to do it. Are you going to try to become a better society? We won't interfere with your society. We'll guide you. You ask questions. We'll tell you, well, this is what happened to us. This is what happened to our partners. This is how they did it. This is how we did it. And whatever you decide is yours. If your decisions come to okay that you are doing something right, we might admit you to the Federation in the future. But if your decisions are as awful as they are, okay, Mushka, you can have your fun. Yeah. And it's a shame because this is a nice planet here. We may come back and do what we did to our host planet that we have now, our adopted planet, and refix Earth. Make it look beautiful again. Who knows? But it'll be after my lifetime. But you guys, forever, in every ever civilization that comes to know your history will be a footnote of something you don't want to be. This is your favorite alien. Good day.